Howdy everybody. So I'm going to give you my thoughts and impressions after using the Smarthalo for a couple of days. Smarthalo 2. So this is the guy right here, Smarthalo 2. It's not that big, fits on the bike nicely. I have 3 other videos that have been posted, one about installation, one about unboxing, and then one using the Smarthalo as a navigation device. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, I backed this thing back in 2019 and they finally shipped it in May of 2021. It took a long time. Back in 2019, because that was, pre-COVID, so that feels like about 10 years ago. This seemed like the coolest thing since sliced bread. But because I've been without it for almost 2 years, I found that just putting my phone on my handlebars with a phone mount gives me about the same functionality and it's actually more accurate. So spoiler alert, I'm not a huge fan of the Smarthalo 2, mainly because there's some bugs in it and it took 2 years to get fully baked. Actually, it's kind of half baked to get to this point. So right now, it would be a toss-up. Actually, not even a toss-up. I would use my cell phone as my smart bike device over the Smarthalo 2, unfortunately. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this would be so cool. You get turn-by-turn navigation. You're gonna get your speed on there. You're gonna, be able to see different things like your average speed. You can look at a clock. It's got the little dials for the minutes and the hours, and shows you your calorie burn. But I'm getting the same thing through Strava. So, gives you your elapsed time. It's basically the exact same information I can get through Strava on my phone if it was just mounted to the handlebars. With that said, now you know my opinion on it, but it's based on using this thing on my bike. So I have a few points that I want to hit on. First one is the real-time distance. When I was using the Smarthalo 2 yesterday and today, I did a short ride today of 19.9 miles, however many kilometers that is that for the rest of the world. This was wildly inaccurate. It showed 6.08 miles on the distance on the Smarthalo device. Strava said 19.99 miles. When I got 6 miles into my ride, because there's a point in this particular ride where I know I'm at 6 miles, this thing said it was 1.79 miles. So wildly inaccurate. The speed is pretty accurate, and you would think it knows the duration of time that I'm riding. I mean, basic math would have been, how long have I been riding? What's my average speed? It could have been more accurate than what it was. It was 1/3 accurate. So it was telling me I had only gone 6 miles when I had gone 19.99 miles. So that's my biggest gripe with this thing. Why would I use this on the front of my bike to tell me how far I'm going when it's totally inaccurate? I'm going to have to do math in my head while I'm sitting there riding bike. So it's issue number 1. Speed, the real-time speed is delayed by about I would say 4 to 5 seconds. 4 to 5 seconds. Meaning I was going down a hill, started at the top of a hill, and then went down the hill, so I knew I was accelerating pretty fast. But it took a while for this thing to pick up and tell me what my speed are. That's a minor thing. That's not a big deal. One of my other gripes is the kind of the orientation of the little apps here. You have average speed, clock, calories, speed, time, and distance. To me, distance, if I could swipe this, so distance should be next to speed. It shouldn't be in between time. Time should be on the other side. So yeah, speed and distance, those are the two that I personally, and I think most people would want to see kind of close together. It's one less swipe you're going to have to do while you're riding on your bike, and doing things to occupy your mind is not dangerous at all, except it is. So I would say rearrange the icons a little bit better so they're more user-friendly as the common items are really lumped together. Another gripe that I have about this thing is it seems like I just have gripes all over the place about this thing, and I kind of do, but it will not turn off. So basically you just have to wait for the battery to die for it to turn off. Smarthalo, even on their website, says really the only way that you can get it to turn off is you unpair it with your phone, and when you do that, then after an hour it'll shut off. They say that the reason why is that if it's on your bike and your phone gets near the device, it automatically says, "Hey, let's go for a ride." That's great. That's a pretty cool uh, cloud feature, I would say. Not cloud, but a fancy feature. That's in theory it sounds like it'd be really cool, but in the reality is I have to charge this thing every night if I want to use it. Otherwise, the battery will be dead by the next morning. So again, that's just one more thing I have to charge every single day. With that being said, it loses battery quickly. So I charged it. It was fully charged yesterday. I went on a 1 mile test ride, just sat it on the bike. My Bluetooth was close enough, apparently, in the house that it just kept activating this thing. So by the time I got there, it was way less than half the battery. I was worried that it wouldn't be able to capture my entire ride. So without being able to turn it off, it's not a deal breaker, but it's very inconvenient. I want to be able to turn this thing off when I want to turn it off to save battery. Or what if I forget my charger and I'm out of town? I'm kind of out of luck. It does use a micro USB, so got a little waterproof flap there, and it's got a micro USB slot. I might be able to get that light on that pretty good, and which is cool. It takes a few hours to charge up, so if you do lose battery, it's going to take you a few hours. So the other issue that I have is that it's a pretty cool locking mechanism on the bike. If you watch one of my other videos, I go through the locking mechanism that's there. It's really neat. It does lock it on the bike, and it's not going to go anywhere. However, I don't always want to have that key with me. I'm worried that I'm going to lose that key. The key's only, it's about the size of a normal key. It's kind of, rectangular. I will totally lose that key. I know I will. That's just who I am, and I'm probably not alone. So I would say make a lock. I mean, you can get the quarter mount or the quarter mount lock or whatever it is, quarter lock mount. I don't know what it's called. That allows you to just kind of take it on and off without needing a key, but it's an add-on accessory. So I don't know. I'm cheap, so I'm not going to buy that add-on accessory. I'll just leave the key in and unlock it and lock it, and I guess take the key when I need it. So with that said, those are the biggest gripes that I have with it. Real-time distance is super inaccurate. Speed is delayed. Rearranging of the icons would be a little bit better. And then allowing this thing to be turned off would be super handy. But the navigation is super cool. If I was needing to navigate somewhere that I didn't know where to go, rather than using my phone, this was way better. It was almost like a video game. You have and I have a video of it of showing what it does, but these LEDs around the perimeter light up in the direction that you need to go. They get larger when you get closer to your turn, so it's really neat. It shows you the distance, and it was pretty darn accurate within a few feet of where you needed to turn, where you needed to go. So with that said, the navigation function is amazing. It almost makes me want to use it every day, except for the fact that I have to charge it every day, and that the distance is wildly inaccurate, and I still have to have my phone out to get my real distance. So the navigation is super cool. The LEDs are super bright, and one issue is with the LCD, it's a little hard to see in certain angles during the day, especially when the sun's kind of at the noon time frame. The light on it is super cool. You can manually turn it on by double tapping, and the light comes on. There we go. Double tap, and then the light will turn off. You can have it auto come on, so if it's nighttime and you are riding, it will automatically come on if it senses that it's dark out. And then when you get home and you step away from your bike, it turns off automatically. So that's pretty cool. The LEDs are really nice when you're going on ride navigation. Light is super awesome because you don't have to have an extra component on your bike to get a light. It's not the brightest light in the world, but it'll get you home. I mean, it's a light. But what I found is like the tapping sometimes isn't super awesome. Like I have to really hit it hard a couple times. So anyways, long story, even longer. Smarthalo 2, cool in concept, and I'm hoping that they really tweak it. If they got the distance, the real-time distance tweaked and put the icons close together and allowed me to be able to maybe long press and power this off, I would use this every day. Right now, it's more of a toy and a gizmo that I can't count on a long ride, and I can't count on, uh, just using on a daily basis without it being inconvenient. I'm all about convenience, so that's just me. Anyway, Smart Halo 2, it's not that the pricing's not that bad. Don't expect to get it in a timely fashion. I think they may still be delayed on orders right now. It's June 1st, 2021 right now. That may change in a few months. Try it out or check out my videos and you can see the setup and the use of the Smart Halo 2. All right, take care, everybody.